Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys some cooking ideas. I don't consider myself an amazing cook, as in the fact that I don't put it on the plate and it looks really sexy, because who cares? You're gonna eat it anyway. I mean, if you go to a restaurant that has its place. But a lot of people, they think cooking is 4 different things. They think it's shopping, then prep, then actually eating, and cleanup. So you know what? Just take away 3 of those and learn how to cook, and you actually enjoy your diet food when you're cutting into a show, or whether you're just trying to lose weight or choosing something clean. It doesn't have to be beef and some salt and pepper and some mustard. And oh, I'm hardcore because I don't use spices and I can get lean and I like eating chicken boiled. I mean, that's kind of weird, right? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my beef here. I'm going to throw it in. We've already grilled it into patties. Is there any certain spices you use to marinate it? Catherine? No? All right. So I like to get my hands a little bit dirty in the fact that I just like to play with my food. So what I do is I end up crushing it up into little pieces. If you want to come closer, you can check it out. Okay, I'm going to go over it with a knife later. It's a little redundant, but you can kind of see my method. It just makes it quick. This can also be just obviously tossed into Tupperware and make it work there. So, okay. So this is just grass-fed beef. We actually get all our meat from UtahNaturalMeat.com. Go to Farm Store. The farm is just out in West Jordan, or there's another place called C2 Farms out in Spanish Fork. Okay, so I got my beef. Food scale's over. Okay, so a few things about the food scale. Let's say that I want 4 ounces of beef. Okay, a lot of people, they like, you know, if you're on vacation or you're out of town, you don't exactly know. We usually like to use that anatomical hand size. Like my hand is by palm, that'd probably be about 3 or 4 ounces. So what I want to do is find a piece of beef, it's about my palm, and here I'm going to practice. So I'm going to throw that on there. I'm at 3 1/8. So a little smaller. Obviously, I learned from that one. Maybe that one's a little bigger. Okay, now we're 3 1/2. So if we're going to keep learning that way, so eventually, you know, I can just grab this and like, okay, that's about 4 ounces. If you're over ½ an ounce or under ½ an ounce, it's not going to be a big deal. Okay, so just a little quick tip on that. This is going to be a long video, so pull out the popcorn. All right, so then I'm going to throw a little bit of coconut oil in there, just because I like my fats. Early in the morning, like some MCTs, you know, kick some ketone synthesis up, get my brain functioning at higher levels. Okay, after that, I mean, I'm going to take this in a Mexican flavor, so I mean, if you don't have jalapeños, I don't think you can ever eat food again. So jalapeños go on everything. Ice cream, eggs, beef, you name it. I know Catherine used to not like jalapeños. They have a lot of jalapeños. So what? You want to fight about it? Okay, so I've obviously built up a tolerance. I've always liked spicy food, but I like it even more now. So, all right. There's my jalapeños. Now I'm going to take some tomatillo salsa. You can use any salsa. This is for texture purposes. Okay, I like beans and refried beans in my beef or with chips or something like that. So I'm going to kind of try to mimic that flavor. Okay, so I'm going to throw a little bit of that in there. Now here comes the weird part. Okay, fiber. All right, I'm going to have vegetables too, but what I'm going to do is this is triple fiber. It's organic. It's got a whole bunch of good stuff in it. If you're eating a gram of protein per pound, you better make sure you're getting at least 10 to 15 grams of fiber for every 1,000 calories, or you're going to have issues either way. So I'm going to take 1 scoop, that's 5 grams, and I actually like 1.5. This is the consistency that I've developed that I like. So after that, I get 2 knives. Okay, this is a little technique. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slice and dice. So you can come closer again. And I'm just going to try to catch everything in that little circumstance. I'm just shredding it up, man. Nice little thing that I'm actually focusing on that I'm going to take you away from cooking is my feet are drilled into the ground, my glutes are on, I'm providing torque, my muscular system is holding my posture, my abs are tight, my chest is up, I'm not doing this business or any of that business. So pay attention to your posture. You always practice being in a good position, in good posture. It's going to translate into everything you do. So practice makes permanent, so make posture permanent. Okay, after that, we're going crazy with the spices. Okay, right now, I got roasted red chili pepper. Roasted. It looks roasted. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle. This is actually pretty potent, so just a little bit. Onion powder, which is actually prebiotic, so it's going to help with digestion a little bit. Ginger, same thing. Helps with digestion. Also, a nice antioxidant. I'm going to spill shit everywhere. Alright, cumin. This is probably my favorite Mexican spice. Or spice. I don't know if it's really Mexican. So, anyway, paprika's next. I also like a little turmeric. It's got that curcumin in there. Okay, not done yet. Salt. Real salt, sea salt, Himalayan salt. Make sure it's good salt. Most salts that are over the counter or in a shaker at a restaurant or most people buy has sugar in it. So congratulations, you're screwing with your blood sugar when you think you're just salting stuff. So this is garlic and herb from Mrs. Dash. I like a lot of it. It's not as potent as the other spices, so I do use more. Another thing too is like use the spices. A lot of people, they like, oh, I use spices and put a little bit on each and it doesn't taste like anything but beef. Well, you failed. So add more spices. There's a good chance that you really can't screw it up. I mean, don't dump half a bottle on there, obviously. Okay? And then I love me some garlic. You do that, then, you know, it's like chalk, bam, badass when you're cooking. Not really. All right. And then I use salt. Okay? After that, what I do, obviously, you can mix it around. And if you look, it's got the kind of texture like there would be some, like, beans mixed in with there as well. Not just beef. See how it's kind of like clumping together? So now if you want a little bit more, I want to say moisture, which I kind of do, then throw in a little bit more salsa. And you'll see that difference in texture. Okay, so after that, I clean up my dishes right away, so it's not like I have to come home to a mess and then I come back and I actually have a clean kitchen to cook again right away. Now, a few things I'm going to do is I'll throw this in the microwave. Microwave doesn't kill all your food, okay? So get rid of that notion. There have been tons and tons of studies. I put in half a cup to a cup of broccoli saw. Like technically one serving is half a cup if it's a cruciferous, hardcore, like thick vegetable. And then we use this super greens. It's got a whole bunch of goodies in it. So you're not just eating spinach. It's got the arugula and the kale and all that good stuff, and spinach. Okay, and then, I mean, what would life be without freaking bacon? You know what I'm talking about? So I'm going to throw my bacon on there, and I'm actually going to crush up some walnuts and toss it on there. So in the end, it's just going to be all these vegetables, the jalapeños, bacon, and crushed up walnuts. And it's seriously freaking awesome. I look forward to eating this meal every day, and there's sometimes I want to eat it twice, literally. So hopefully this helps. This is Mexican style. Play with the spices, find out what works for you, and stop eating crappy bland food.